Hello, my name is Yoonjin and I'm working as an art therapist in Saskatchewan. I thought that it'd be very nice to let you know that what art therapy is. I experienced that many people don't know about art therapy in Saskatchewan yet. I know that there are many art therapists in Saskatchewan, but still people don't know about art therapy that much. Art therapy is psychotherapy plus art. So we are actually using art as a tool to help out clients with psychotherapy. So it's a psychology part is one thing and the other part is art. So clients should actually use art to express their feelings and emotions and their situations sometimes, and we can go deeper, and sometimes we just make a story out of it, and our therapists are helping around the art making and the process also. Art therapy is not about art technique at all. So it's about the process, and you get connected with this relationship built with your art therapist. And if you had some trouble and some kind of traumatic experience or grieving, or you're experiencing some depression, anxiety, then you will figure out the emotions behind it and the reasons behind it too. So it's not about just art making or learning technique. It's about therapy, and it's about mental health. Often I was asked that, okay, so what do you do in the session then? So maybe I could just tell you about that too. In the session, when you come, to actually have in-person session and online sessions as well. In-person session, as you know, you just come to my studio. This is my studio, and it's kind of one room system, and I have one office at the back. I have big table, like art making table, like here, and I'll just invite you over, and sometimes I just give you some direction, what to draw and things, or what to make. Some we're leading the session, actually, making something first, then we go from there. So it's not about, okay, you make one image and, oh, well, I know all of this, and something's happening, and I can assume that this is happening and this is the problem. It's not like that. It's a part of it, but usually our therapists do not analyze it right away from there. We will work with clients, and we just for example, like we just met this client, then we don't know what's the real situation around the client. So we just get to know the client better, and building the relationship is very important at the beginning, I think. The building relationship, therapy relationship is built, then the actual healing process is happening, and client is actually seeing more from the art they made, and our therapist can just help you more around it, because client will just add more dialogues around it, and then they'll find more metaphors in the art therapy process. So yeah, you're gonna do all that in one session. And the process, there are three parts actually. First, usually I just give you the little art making time. So usually I just give you like a little piece of paper or some simple art making or something. Then it's great check-in. The clients are just seeing where they are, so I can begin with this conversation and therapy. So client and the art therapy just both know where to start, right? And in the middle, we'll get some theme from it, right? And we are going deeper than that. So the real issue the client is having or experiencing will just come out more in the main session. So main session is the longest one. So art making process is longer than the opening, of course. And our therapist will just help out and support emotionally, and also, with art, and give some directions to the clients, accordingly. And the third part is doing closing. So you just experience all number one and number two, opening and the main art session, and you'll just find some theme in there, and you'll find some point there, and the real problems around you, and it actually got deeper. Then closing is kind of a wrapping it up, like what you got from that main session, and the client can actually see more and more, so that's the three parts of our therapy session. What else I can say about art therapy? That's the main thing. Online. I do online session as well. We do the same thing. Sometimes I just make a package. Let's say we're going through like 1 to 6 sessions for one big cycle for one client. Usually we just go 6 sessions or 10 sessions, right? It depends on what kind of a theme and issue we're dealing with the client. But yeah, mostly it's 6 times to 10 times. Then I make a little art package for my client, and they can just go home. If their home is too far away from my studio, then they can keep all the art package, and every session we'll just go through the supplies and we'll use the little art package and do our art therapy process. So sometimes it's pretty handy online. You have your own space and you're very comfortable, right? So you don't have to come up to the studio, and it's quite a new setting and it's pretty new place. So often the clients with lots of trauma and lots of anxiety, and of course I'm a new person to my client, for the first session. Then online can be a very mild approach that it doesn't have to be in person, not really like face to face, but also we can be connected, right? So that's great. And in the winter time, actually it works really well because it's art. You are wondering about like what kind of art materials, and do I have to prepare like serious art materials? But actually no, you can use anything for art basically. Like around the house, you just look around, you have like few colors of pens and pencils or crayon even, for your, like you have children, then you have more than 1 or 2, right? So as long as you have those little things, or if you don't have it, we can actually use different material like nature stuff from your backyard. I might ask you sometimes, go to the backyard or go to the front door, and then go out and collect some pebbles, and we can go from there, and then we can make some art and images from there too. So there's no limitation for art making actually, even if you don't have like wonderful like fantastic set of different colored pencils, you can still do art therapy. Yeah. So if you are not able to come to my studio in person, then basically online session is as good as the in-person session, because it's about the process, it's about connection and building the therapy relationship. And it takes 1 hour usually. Sometimes for group therapy or couple therapy, we need more than 1 hour, but it depends. Like we can just decide accordingly. So yeah, I think that's it for today. I think I briefly explained what the art therapy is. Number 2, what can we do in art therapy session? So there were like 3 steps that we usually do: opening and the main session and the closing. And lastly, I introduced what we can do online session and the good things about online session and how you can use it, right? In the winter too. Like it's great option when it's really cold and minus 30, 40 below outside, right? So yeah, thank you for coming, and if you have any questions about art therapy more, then I would love to answer. Thank you so much, and you have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.